What would you do if one morning, someone knocked on your door and handed you your own death certificate? Not as a mistake. Not as a joke. But because your wife had declared you dead while you were still alive. This is my story. My name is Engineer Fidelis Adima. I am 61 years old, and for most of my life, I worked as a civil engineer with Praco Gray Limited. Last year, after decades of service, I finally retired. I had saved diligently 45 million naira in the bank. For me, that money was security. The fruit of sleepless nights, hard labor, and sacrifice. I thought retirement was going to be my season of peace. My wife by my side, my children grown, my small business to keep me busy. So, I decided to share that blessing. I gave my wife 12 million naira, enough to set up her own thriving business. I kept some money aside for family upkeep. And the rest, I invested in a small venture of my own. For a while, life was good. Her business blossomed. Mine did too. I thought we were happy. But then, 2 months ago, something shifted. One evening, my wife approached me. Her face was cold, her tone sharper than usual. She asked me for 500,000 naira, for personal upkeep, she said. I looked at her carefully. Darling, why don't you take it from your business? I asked gently. Her eyes narrowed. Silence filled the room. Then she muttered words that sent a shiver down my spine. You regret this. I get back at you. I laughed it off at the time, thinking it was anger speaking. But little did I know, those words were a prophecy. Last week, on a bright afternoon, a knock came at my door. I wasn't expecting anyone. When I opened it, a stern-looking man stood there with a file tucked under his arm. Yes. Can I help you? I asked. He introduced himself as an officer from the local government office, in charge of the Widow Empowerment Program. My heart skipped. Widow Empowerment. Why would he be here? Then he spoke words that nearly stopped my breath. Sir, we are here to verify that Madam is truly a widow. She applied for 5 million naira support, with your death certificate. And congratulations, she has been approved. At first, I thought it was some terrible mistake. A mix-up. But then, he reached into his file, and pulled out a document. My blood ran cold. It was my original death certificate. My name. My details. Signed and stamped. For a moment, the world spun. My knees weakened. I grabbed the doorframe to steady myself. I am her husband, I stammered. And I am still alive. The officer's eyes widened. He didn't speak. Slowly, he handed me the certificate and turned to leave without another word. I stormed into the house, my hands trembling, holding the paper that declared me dead. Explain this. I shouted, shoving the document towards her. She barely flinched. She looked at me calmly, as though I had caught her hiding extra sugar, not forging my death. I just wanted to add the money to my business, she said. That was it. No apology. No shame. Just cold justification. I stared at the woman I had loved for over 30 years. The woman I had trusted with my heart, my children, my fortune. And in that moment, she felt like a stranger. This morning, the storm came. Local government officials arrived again, this time with police officers. They came not to verify, but to arrest. My wife was accused of forging official documents, of faking my death to steal government funds. I watched as they handcuffed her, her eyes darting, searching for help, searching for me. And in that instant, I felt torn. I am a husband, but I am also a man who was betrayed. Should I run to her side, defend her, bail her out? Or should I let her face the full weight of her crime? After all, she declared me dead while I am still alive. Brothers, what would you do in my shoes? Would you forgive her? Save her from disgrace? Or would you let her rot in jail for the betrayal she committed? And sisters, if the tables were turned, and your husband declared you dead just to make money, Would you still call it love? Or would you call it betrayal? I leave my story here for you to judge. Thank you for watching. Do share with your friends and loved ones. Please subscribe to our channel.